Hello guys, welcome back to another Seki's Reef video, and in this video today we're going to be doing a 13-month update on the aquarium. I'm sorry I didn't do the 1-year update, but it still is the 1-year update. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, it has now been a year, or over a year now, year and 1 month, from this little tank here being set up. And to be honest, I didn't really think I'll make it this far. So this tank here has got a few new additions, some corals and some other stuff. I will cover that later, but right now I'm going to be showing you what the tank looked like when we set it up and what the tank looks like now. So we're going to do like a little before and after, because you know it's its 1 year birthday, so we might as well have a look at that and just like see the progression of the coral growth and like maturity. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into that. So the picture I'm going to put up first is the picture right at the start. So right at the beginning I did a video on me doing the rocks, filling up the water and stuff, and yeah, I've kept the rockscape the same for the year, which is surprising for me because normally I'll be changing it. I mean, in my previous tank, or my previous 2 tanks actually, I did change the rockscape. In the Flu Revo it was I changed it once, and so with the Red Sea, yeah. So I did actually change the rockscape in those previous tanks, but in this case there's only really 3 large rocks in the aquarium, and that's it. So I can't really change it unless I like smash it up and like stick like it all together in like a new way or something. I mean, it would be a cool project, maybe later on down the road, a little rescape of the tank, but for now I don't see why I need to rescape it. It looks really nice how it is, like, you know, the arch in the middle with like the cave and stuff. Anyway, moving from the starting, let's go to around, you know, the 7-8 month update videos, and you can see a lot of growth, especially the winter 2022 cinematic video. You can see on the candy cane, you can see on the candy cane it only had, I think, 2 heads, and now if you look at it, it's exploded in a way. It's exploded with heads in a way. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably around the back, and you can see it splitting again and again and again. And I know candy cane corals is probably one of, you know, the easiest LPS coral you can actually get. I'm still satisfied. I'm still satisfied with that. I'm still happy that things are growing in there. It doesn't matter how easy they are to grow. If they're growing, you're doing good. So that's a nice thing to have. Soft corals. My toadstool, that hasn't really been in the tank that long. Might have had some growth on it, might have not realised it, but the Gorgonian's grown quite a lot. It used to be really short. Now when I look at the images, I look back at the image and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't realise how short the Gorgonian was. It just like shoots up and grows. Yeah, so again, the pink Gorgonian grows like quite fast actually, especially in probably a dirtier, high nutrient tank. So it can, like, you know, pull out those nitrates and stuff. My tank is quite high on those nutrients. I am going to try and you know, lower them down a little bit because the SPS hasn't been doing very great. I'll get into that a bit more later. But back to the Gorgonian. Yeah, it's grown. It just shoots up. I just snipped a little bit off with scissors. You know, just doing like a little fragging session, because, you know, I haven't really done much fragging in this tank before. So I did that, and I just tied it down to a little bit of rock rubble and stuck it on the rock. Yeah, that frag, I can definitely see some growth from the frag as well. So, I mean, you know, the Gorgonians are like a good way to add height to your aquarium without going more into those SPS corals and stuff. On the other hand, the anemone, I have mixed feelings about the anemone. I mean, it's split, and I had to get rid of the other one because I didn't want to, of course. But of course, it moves. It hasn't really moved in the spot. It's a bit like slanted or a bit like wonky because of the flow, and because I'm such a perfectionist, I really want that anemone to, like, you know, actually look like an anemone a bit more. I'll show you a picture of what I mean. It's just a bit slanted by the flow and stuff, but I just got to get used to it. It looks alright. I mean, I love, like, you know, the orange colours, like, definitely pops in the aquarium because I've got a lot of greens in there now. That orange is really nice, and the sexy shrimps seem to enjoy it. Most of them just hide around the base of the anemone and where the foot is and stuff. They're just, yeah, I can see them together in there now. There's two underneath the anemone, and then there's one normally lingering around the torches. Yeah, sexy shrimps. They're cool little shrimps. They're cool little ornamental shrimps. Cool to watch, but really, well, my ones anyway aren't really active during the day, but during the night they're everywhere around the tank. I turn the light on and they're mostly on the toadstool for some reason, just waddling around, and as soon as I turn on the light they'll try and retreat back to their little anemone. I don't know if that's normal. I mean, they're surviving. I don't feed them or anything, they just kind of just feed themselves. I've heard they pick stuff out the anemone or like off the anemone. I don't know if it's a symbiotic relationship. I think it is, but yeah, they're surviving and they're actually growing. I can see growth on them, which is surprising. So yeah, that's a great sign. Moving on now, the zoanthids. I have some mixed feelings about the zoanthids. Pretty sure they are growing now. I mean, the Bam Bams on the plug, I've definitely seen growth on them. Finally, after like so many months, they haven't grown, and now they're actually growing. I don't know what I've done, but I mean, if they're growing, I mean, you know, if they're growing, you're doing something right. So, most of you might know I had trouble with growing zoanthids. I mean, they're there. They're not like disintegrating or like turning into like the sludge stuff. They're not dying in any way. They're just not, like, you know, growing. But I'm pretty sure they are now. I'm pretty sure they are, and hopefully they can spread onto the rock more. And along with the not growing topics, acans. Now, it might be because acans take forever to grow. I'm pretty sure some species do take forever to grow. But in my aquarium, they've just been the same size. I mean, like I said, they're there. They're not like dying. They've just haven't changed. Which, you know, I mean, I'm not really satisfied with that. I'm gonna look more into acans and just try and figure out why. Because acans are really, really nice coral. If I don't succeed with the acans, I'm probably going to move to favias. I do have a favia in there now, just testing it out. I know they're like, you know, they're in my mind they look the same, but many of you would probably say no, they're not the same. They're completely different. But I mean, if I can get a favia to grow and they look like acans, all the different colours, or like, you know, they look similar to acans, I'll just do them instead. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's basically everything. So without further ado, let's just get you off the tripod and to take a look at the aquarium. Right then, guys, so here is the aquarium. As you can see, I've added some new corals. I have covered some of them. For example, the favia up here. So this is a mother's eye favia coral. Like I said, they kind of look like my acans that haven't grown. So again, this has more heads on it. Just looks, you know, quite nice. So if I do end up
not succeeding with these acans, I'm just going to move straight to Favias and just get loads of different colours, try and make a garden or something. I don't know how Favias work. So yeah, that's all I really want to show you with the Favia. I got, let's see, I got this lovely mushroom, Recordia, orange Recordia mushroom or something. Yeah, again, it's splitting. You can see it's splitting into quite a few heads now. You can see there's there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads, or 5 mouths. Sorry, 5 mouths on there. So yeah, that's a pretty nice coral. Adds a lot of colour into the aquarium. Nice amount of orange. I really want to have more of these mushrooms around, so if they do split, I might dot them around just around the aquarium, because they do give quite a lot of pop, you could say. You know, like a big contrast to, like, you know, the generic greens, like I have around here and there. Also, another big thing is I got this lovely torch coral here. I've been needing to expand to my torch garden, you could say. So of course I've got the giant, just normal green one, green tip. You can see they're giant tentacles. That's giant sweeper tentacles I was talking about. And now I've got this lovely, gold tip torch. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, that torch coral. Love it to bits already. I really wish I can get more. I'm hoping to add a little cheeky rock down there, maybe another torch coral on top, so we're gonna have just 1, 2 and 3 torch corals there. Don't know what colour. I don't know if there's any red torch corals. I don't think there are. But if they probably were, they're probably extremely expensive. But yeah, I'm looking into getting some red torch corals. It will look really good there, actually. If there is any, but I've got a feeling there isn't. I haven't really seen any before anyway. They're probably really rare. And yeah, I have done a bit of moving actually. Now when I think about, I haven't actually updated in a while now. So in my latest cinematic video, you already know this, but if you haven't watched that, the torch coral used to be here, where the leather coral is now, and I moved it to here. And the reason why I moved the torch coral was because I don't think it was getting much light under this little area. So I moved it out, and it looks like it's doing good there. Well, no, it is doing good there. It's getting way more light. It feels like it's more fluorescent, just because it's under like more light. It's not like being shaded by the rock. And then I've added the new one just above here. It's getting a bit more light, it's a bit more brighter. Love it. I love it when they touch for some reason. I just feel like it's so cool to see 2 corals touch and not kill each other. It's like they're having a little like tickle of each other, you could say. But yeah, that's basically it with the new corals, unless I've missed anything. I guess I haven't really told you much about this toadstool here. I think this is a new coral. So this toadstool, really nice piece. It does have some greens. I wish it was a green toadstool now. It's just a default color, you could say. But it came on this rock full of mushrooms, like this blue polka dot-y mushrooms, which are pretty cool, pretty odd, pretty cool. Some have already detached and flown around the tank. There's one here now, as you can see. So yeah, I love my little mushrooms. I've got my little Recordia there, my knobbly bobbly one. I've got just normal Iron Man orange mushrooms. There's one at the back there, if you kind of see, and there's one all the way at the back. I don't know if you can see it. It's around where the tube is. I don't even know why I have the tube still in there, but there's one like behind that tube down there. Just leave it to do its thing. Honestly, don't know why I still have the tube in there, but it's growing lots of colony and algae now, so you know, just leave it in there. So yeah, mushrooms, cool mushrooms. Here we've got the Zoa garden. Like I said, not much growth on it really. quite a few aptasias on it actually. I'll get to how I'm really dealing with them in a minute. But here the zoas, these definitely have gotten bigger. These Bam Bams. Okay, some of the heads are closed up, but you can see they're definitely extending along the frag plug here. Since I ever stuck them, I can see a little baby coming as well. I think that's a baby. Can you see, like, oh, it's not getting to focus, but can you see that little baby next to like the one in the end? It's like the one in the end. That's looking good. That's looking good. The reason why I'm going really fast as well is because my battery is about to run out. Sorry about this, but as you can see, here's the hammer. It's closed up a little bit. The only reason why it's closed up is, I'm pretty sure, because it's splitting. And you can definitely see the two heads forming in a way. It might be because actually there is a vermitid snail on there, which I really need to get rid of, but I have to be so delicate with that stuff. I did get some bumblebee snails, and let me see if I can find one. Ah, there's one down at the back there. Even focuses there. You can see a little bumblebee snail. I've got 3 bumblebee snails in there. I heard they do eat, or somehow get rid of, I don't know if they eat them or something, get rid of the vermitid snail. So if, you know, whatever it got, it is a natural method. Talking about natural methods, I have now in the aquarium some Bergia nudibranch. This was suggested by someone in the comments. I'll put it up on the screen of my little aptasia killing video. Yeah, really good creature or slug, sea slug thing. Really good way to get rid of them naturally. I didn't know there was something that actually only has a diet on aptasia, but we bought 2 and they're in there. I'll pop a video up on what they look like when they're acclimatizing. I bought only 2 just to see what will happen. And I have seen one of them. I know you don't really see them a lot, but I have seen one of them around here somewhere. Only yesterday I saw him around here, and there was an aptasia on the sand. I just saw him like devour it. Normally see him early in the morning times before the lights turn on. Just, you know, like slugging around like a little slug, trying to find aptasia, I guess. But I like. But you know, it's a natural way of just getting rid of them. I'm just hoping they will eat the ones inside the zoas. If not, I'll just probably have to aptasia X them or something. But the last time I aptasia X the zoas, it kind of killed some of them. It's around the back. You can't really see, luckily, but that's why I'm like reluctant to do that and I'm just gonna try and get the nudibranches to sort them out for me. Gorgonians, like I said, Gorgonia's grown. I've moved it back up here now. So like I said about height in aquarium, it really does give height in an aquarium. It's just behind this torch, so it extends all the way down, as you can see. Yeah, you can see all these new branches coming off. It's brilliant. And then the frag is where the frag has been positioned here, and that's where this one used to be down here, but now it's just here, and you can see now when I look at it now, it definitely has grown. So yeah. And actually now when I think about it, I have fragged another coral. So this little leather, you can see this little stalk here. I just cut that little stalk off and stuck it here. It's doing all right. It's just, you know, adds more places for coral to be, like, you know, it creates filler corals, you could say. Yeah, just, you know, adds to the tank. Because I'd rather have multiple little corals all spread around in the aquarium instead of like only like 1 or 2 giant colonies of coral. So then it's more diverse in the aquarium. So that's how I am going with this. And I did say about SPS coral. So as you can see, the Monty isn't doing very great. You can see it's definitely retracted back. It's definitely lots of died off now. There's lots of algae growing on it. Mainly because of the nutrients in this aquarium. It has gone quite high, the nutrients. So sadly, I think I'm gonna pass up on the SPS just because I don't have much time to really do much maintenance on this aquarium. I really want to keep it a low maintenance tank, but as well trying to capture those, like, you know, good colors, you could say. So sadly I'm not going to be I'm not thinking in getting any more SPS, just because of the state of this coral here. I am working on trying to get the nutrients down a bit more, but as you can see, most of the LPS and softies love the high nutrients. But I am going to try and still lower it a little bit, just so I can try SPS again. And talking about lowering nutrients, I have been doing 50% water changes every week now, just trying to get that nutrients down, just because I don't have a skimmer. So talking about skimmer and filtration, I decided to go with my own little way of filtration and buy some mangroves. I just turned the light on so you can see. So up here we've just got a couple of mangrove propagills. They do get light, it does look a bit dark, but I mainly have my windows open and a bit of light will shine in to the little propagills, and that will help them grow. I've just stuck them in the sun for just see how they'll do. I won't get too mad if they don't grow or anything in the aquarium. It's just like a little experiment on what they'll do. I'm just going to turn the light off. So yeah, I've heard that it can like absorb some like nutrients. It isn't a lot of nutrients, but I mean it is a high nutrient system I've got, so might as well give it a go. Be nice to have like, you know, some tall plants growing out the aquarium. I was thinking of placing the actual mangroves in the actual aquarium because I kind of like seeing the roots like, you know, like grow downwards. I am still thinking about doing that, but just because of the net at the top here, it doesn't really work. You really need to keep it an open top aquarium, but I don't think I'm going to change to an open top aquarium just because I've got firefish and they are, you know, prone to jumping. I've never actually seen my firefish jump, but apparently they do jump. And talking about fish, let's just give a little update on these little fishy wishies. They're doing fine. They're still doing their little pairing behaviour stuff. But here, got a beautiful, lovely snowflake, black snowflake. And then we got the male up here. He likes to stay near the water surface, but they do sleep together, so that is a sign of that they do care about each other, I guess. Still got this little guy here, little yellow goby. It doesn't actually look yellow on camera, but trust me, it is yellow. It isn't orange or like a bright orange. Still alive. That's the oldest fish in the tank, believe it or not. It's been in all of my tanks actually. Fluvivo, Red Sea Reefer, and now this one. Yeah, he's been going on for, God, it's coming up to 3 years now. 3 years next month. Bonkers that is. Didn't realise I can keep a fish for 3 years, but I'm pretty sure gobies, especially this goby, can live up to 5. So yeah, I'm happy about that. And oh look, Mr. Firefish is out. Oh, hello. So yeah, the firefish still doing perfect. It's recovered like mostly from the little terror attack he got from the bigger clownfish I used to have in here. I had to remove him because of the aggression which was going on. But yeah, it's doing great. He's got his little cave still. He goes and retreats in his cave at night or when he gets scared. Normally he's camera shy, but look at this, he's out and he's happy. So yeah, he normally just hangs around here. It's not even focusing. There we go. Sometimes he does nestle in a little cave around here, and can you see the little hole underneath the zoas? So before my camera literally just died, I was talking about this little guy up here, and he's still out after a little charge to the camera. He used to go in, well, he still does go in this little hole here, which is kind of cool because every now and then he just like reverses into that hole and his little face just sticks out. It's so cute. I really want to get it captured on camera, but it happens quite rare. He just kind of gets inquisitive, you could say, and he just kind of just retracts himself back in there. It's really cool to watch. Again, this little neon goby here, he hangs out in this hole down here. He's got the fish love the zoas, or the zoa rock anyway. There's like a little hole down there and he makes his little hideout. Pretty sure he actually sleeps in there as well, which is kind of cool. I see him like digging it out like with sand and stuff. But yeah, that's basically everything in the aquarium. Actually, one more thing. I've changed the flow. As you can see in the aquarium, mainly because the surface had a lot of like dust and like scum on it, and because what the flow was doing, it was pushing it away from the filter box right here, if we can focus. So I just did the old one on one side and one on the other side, and they like kind of counteract each other. That's probably why this anemone's a bit slanted, but it's alright, but it really makes the surface a lot less like dusty and cluttered. It looks way more professional, you could say. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. So let's head back over for the outro.
Okay, so that's basically it for this update video. So again, it's been a year now. I'm happier where it is, and yeah, until next time. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, consider liking and subscribing. That'd be really appreciated. And yeah, that's basically it. So see you later, and don't forget, happy reefing.